Let's talk business plans. Remember, on this page, it is simple, it is practical, and tailor-made for grassroots entrepreneurs. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Noluthando Kambule, USomnotho, and on this channel we simplify business for grassroots and small entrepreneurs. So, Somnotho, what are we talking about today? Today, let's talk about something that scares a lot of people before they even start: a business plan. So, these are the truths I've heard. And the reason I'm saying they are somewhat true is because that's what the market has made people to believe. So, these are lived experiences. The first one is always, it sounds complicated. The reason it sounds complicated is because most people believe that they should be reviewing a 50-page document with graphs and major research. It sounds expensive. That's because you rush to go and pay consultants. And before you even pay someone to unpack your business, you should have unpacked the business for yourself. You should have a plan for yourself. And then it is only something professionals can do. No one knows the business better than you. Hiring a consultant to give you a business plan is hiring them in vain. The core of that conversation is your understanding of the business. So the plan lies with you taking time out and understanding, how do I plan for my business? How do I take this idea and turn it into a business? And lastly, it is something I only need for funders. A business plan is not for funders. It is most importantly designed for you so that you make better decisions. So with that aside, honestly, a business plan is a very simple document. It's a way for you to give your idea clarity and direction. All right. And then, Noluthando or Somnotho. So if you were to simply put it, what's a business plan? It's a way to move your idea from your head and onto a piece of paper. And when we mean piece of paper, we are saying whichever version of documentation that you want to use. It's just you not having a business idea in your head or a plan in your head. It's you writing and mapping it down so that you can refer back to it easily, right? So now it's you clearly saying, this is what I want to do. This is who I want to serve. And this is how I plan to make money. Remember, until a business plan is documented, this entire business is living in your head. It's a dream in your head. So you need to be able to clearly map out this thing on paper. So I'm going to make an example. I am a hairdresser and my target market is children. So this is what I want. I'm a hairdresser. I do braids. I also do braids with fiber, and I do basic cornrows, right? And who do I want to serve? I want to serve children. How do I want to make money? I want to make money through providing these services to parents. You then have that, you have it in a plan. You then go to the market and you realize children are not coming to your salon. Without a plan, it is easier for you to say, okay, let me just change and go and serve adults. But if you have a plan, you will have a way to target these children. So it will be easier for you to say, okay, I want to target children. How do I market to children? What resources do I need? And then, for an example, you then figure out that my salon is mainly open on a Tuesday and a Thursday, right? But on a Tuesday and Thursday, the children that go to the surrounding schools have sports on those days, so they come back later on, and parents don't like taking them to salons on those days. But on a Monday, I close earlier because I'm tired from the weekend. And on a Wednesday, I close to go and stock. So then you realize, no, the problem is not the children not coming to my salon. It's that I am operating against when children are able to come to my salon. But because you had a plan initially, you can refer to it and say, oh, now I'm seeing this. So maybe I can open later on a Monday instead of closing earlier. So I will open later and then wait for that after school rush. And then on Wednesday, I will no longer stock, but rather I would stock on a Thursday. Do you get me? Now you have a basis that you can refer to, because when something is in your head, it's easier for you to react quicker without really unpacking it. But now you have a source document to go back and refer to, and you have a blueprint for that. And that's simply it. A business plan allows you to clearly say, this is what I want to do, this is who I want to serve, this is how I will make money. USomnotho, how do you know all this? I've worked with many entrepreneurs over the years, and one thing I've noticed is that people have brilliant ideas, they work hard, and they are resilient. Right? Many grassroots entrepreneurs are already doing their best with limited resources. They work alone and they work hard. And that does not always guarantee growth, right? Some entrepreneurs have supported their families through their small businesses. The issue is often access to practical business knowledge and systems. Many businesses need structure more than entrepreneurs need motivation. So all these businesses and all these great trades struggle because you have no structure, you have no system, and you have no strategy. Remember, a business is built at the back of a strategy. A strategy is only executed if you have a system. Those are the structures you have in place. So in order for you to have a firm foundation, you need to have structure, you need to have systems, you need to have strategies. And that all comes with planning. That's where a business plan comes into place. And when things are written down, when things are not written down, it becomes difficult to make decisions, to measure progress, to understand your numbers, or to even grow sustainably. So, USomnotho, why would you say a business that I thought about, that's in my head, will be difficult to measure just because I don't have documentation? Remember, when something is in your head, it moves as you move. A source document is something that you hold yourself against. You can refer to. Now there's nothing to refer to because as things change, you automatically change the plan. But now you change a plan without a clear basis, when all you could have done in that particular moment is refer to the plan. Sometimes you don't need to change the plan. You need to go back and refer to the plan and say, what was the initial thought process? But you then change it. You're like, no, as things are changing, you need to change. You know those quotes, if you're not changing, you are dying, or something like that. But I'm just trying to say, sometimes you don't need to change the plan. You just need to go back and refer to it. If there's nothing you can refer to, you will constantly be changing. So now, that's why a business plan matters. And don't be fixated in it being perfect. It doesn't need big English. It just needs you to provide clarity to your business, because clarity, I kid you not, changes everything. Once you become clear about what you are selling, who your customer is, how your business works, and how money flows, you are able to start making better decisions. And remember this one thing: if you do not know how money flows in and out of your business, you cannot manage that money. And once you make better decisions at the back of these factors, that's how strong businesses are built. So I've said a lot. But if you are someone who has an idea, or you've already started but things feel confusing or unstructured, I wish that you can know this. You do not need to have everything figured out immediately. You just need to start becoming more intentional. It starts with an idea, and then at the back of that idea, you build a plan. At the back of that plan, you action. Once you start actioning, you are able to adjust, to grow, to amend. So growth is at the back of these three things being in place already. And that's exactly what we'll be doing on this channel. Having simple business conversations grounded in your reality. And if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please subscribe, share, and join the community. Ukuze senzeni sakhe umnotho. Kind regards, USomnotho.